Welcome, adventurers, to an episode 27 of the Thumbstick Adventurers. I'm Kagros, your host today.
IDK.
Juicy samples.
So, before we get started, I just want to quickly shout out, if you're watching us on Twitch, thanks so much. We hope you enjoy the show today. And but if you're watching this on YouTube, you can find our old episodes on YouTube at the Thumbstick Adventurers. And if you're watching this on YouTube, well, hopefully you're binging us, and we get absolutely nothing. But all we care about is your enjoyment of our podcast. That is good enough for us. Anyways,
Kagros, has it almost been a year since we started?
I believe so. Hold on, let me check actually.
It's been a long time. It's almost been a year.
Is it there? Let me check. Let's see here.
Episode 27, that's more than half a year.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. So our first episode was published August 20th. Maybe
Okay.
maybe right before that. So yeah, we're hitting our 1 year anniversary.
Very cool.
Yes. Anyways, some interesting news has dropped this week, and I think without we are all fanboys of this beloved series, but Atlas has announced the Persona 25th anniversary celebration. So let me throw up the announcement on the screen, and then we can quickly go over it. Alright, so it's on the screen now, but it's all in Japanese, because Persona is a Japanese site, and they're gonna end, it's the Persona 25th anniversary year. And so basically, they have some goods available for pre-order. Let me throw it up here on the screen.
What can you pre-order?
So we got some acrylic keychains with with all of the leads from all of the games, Persona 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And they also have a mystery one that they are not going to announce yet, I believe. And then they also have acrylic figures, clear acrylic figures of all the main characters from Personas 1 to 5. And then, what is it? I guess this is some key art. I can't really tell. It looks like it's framed, but I think it's some key art. And then they have some plush keychains. And this is also for all the main characters. And what the heck is this? I'm not sure exactly what this is. Some kind of lanyard. Are these called lanyards? I don't know, but it's like they're themed among the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I don't know what this last one is. Oh, I think this is Persona 1 with the main character on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Is
then,
there nothing on Igor?
No.
Does Igor not get a keychain?
No, he does not.
Oh, maybe that's the secret one.
And then we have some trading cards. I think these are trading cards of the main games, of the main characters from the main games. And then it looks like we have a calendar, 2022 calendar, featuring, of course, the main characters from the Persona series. And what the heck is this? Is this a postcard? Looks like a postcard or something. Or is this like pins? Are these pins?
All right. Besides the little items you can get, what else? What else have they announced so far?
Oh, hold on. Let's go through this. You can get a Persona mug.
Ooh.
They have acrylic stands of the box art. Or is this the box art? This is the box art for all of the main games. So both Persona 2s, Persona 3, Persona 3, I don't know, that's not fast. I think just Persona 3. P3P, Persona 4 Golden, P5, P5R. And they have two secret ones, which I'm guessing is going to be P6, but we'll talk about it later. And then we have a Persona 25th anniversary T-shirt. And then
Looking cool.
Another. Is this a shirt? I can't even tell.
I think so.
Huh.
With all the school badges on it.
Yeah, we got a wallet here. Well, they got a Persona 25 face mask.
Nice.
If you want to stay safe, They got a Persona 5 messenger bag, 25th anniversary messenger bag.
Nice.
I think it's a messenger bag. And then they have pins for the 5 high schools from each of the games. So you want to rock your Shujin or your
That's cool.
Gekko-kan. I forgot what the school was in the 4th game. And let's see, this is posters maybe? Not sure. What the heck is this? A wallet? No. A notebook? I don't know. And then we got acrylic mascot pins. I think these are mascot pins, but you got one for Morgana, you got one for Teddy, and you got one for I forgot the name the doggo's name.
Koromaru.
Yeah, Koromaru. Yeah.
Which this indirectly confirms that Koromaru is the mascot character of Persona 3.
Yes, and
That's really cute.
Yeah, and then they have other merch for the mascots. All right, so let's keep going here. So basically, it's gonna be, and then they go and they said so. There's gonna be 7 announcements throughout 2021 to 2022, with the first one coming out or being announced in September. I don't know if this means the announcement date or if it's like if something's coming out. So we got something in September and everything else. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last one is going to be revealed in 2022 autumn of 2022. And besides what's shown on this website here, we have also got confirmation that Atlus is actively hiring for Persona 6.
Nice.
So It is definitely in development, and I think we can talk about this after the announcements, or we can, if we segue into it, we can kind of talk about it. But yeah, I am so excited for this year. They've actually teased this. They teased the teaser like 2 years ago, saying that they have something big planned for the 25th anniversary. So I really hope that they can deliver. What are you doing?
Big things, boys. Big things.
So
Big things in Japan are small things here.
Exactly.
I'm so excited. So
What are you excited for?
Honestly, I want to keep my expectations a bit low because if we ask for Persona 6 in 2022, I think that's too big of an ask. Do you guys think that's too big of an ask? Persona 6 releasing 2022.
You're saying that they're hiring.
Releasing?
No, it's not even close. They're hiring for the game.
They're publicly hiring now. They're publicly hiring. So that means that they're not.
It means they need more workers to help make it better than 5. But that's what the director's words were. Whoever it was that spoke. It could mean that they're already working on it, and it's like we need more hands on deck because our scope is so big. We don't want to cut it back, so we need more people to help finish this. 2022 seems very, very. What's the word?
Ambitious?
Yeah,
optimistic.
Ambitious. I was gonna say generous. Like that's like my FF16 bet kind of level of belief. Like, yeah, man, it's definitely coming out this year. Yeah, baby. Like if it came out in 2022, I'd be over the moon. But there's a part of me that feels like fall. Like that last announcement of autumn 2022 will be like the reveal of Persona 6 and what it looks like, and then that's it. They won't give us a date.
I'm really curious to see what it looks like. I think that would be the best surprise. Is to know what kind of direction they're taking.
Yeah, I mean, just an animated cutscene or something. I'd love to see gameplay. I'd love to see gameplay. I'd like to see what direction they're going to go in. You've seen this is a little bit of sidetracking, but we've seen a lot of RPGs moving away from turn-based and moving into turn-based. Yakuza went into turn-based. Final Fantasy is moving away from it. Has been for a long time. Trail series is slowly moving away from turn-based. Where's Persona gonna go? What are they gonna do? How are they gonna make this better than 5? That's the important question.
All right, so are we gonna talk about it then? If we're gonna do this now, then we might as well talk about it.
Well, we might as well just transition to it. I mean, what else? I mean, the announcement is cool. I'm glad we know there's plenty of stuff coming down the line as Persona fans, because the worst thing is sitting there wondering what's going on with your favorite series. Like, is there anything for us to look forward to? Now there is.
So there's an announcement for a date that will announce more things.
Yes.
What's the announcement? Okay.
Yes.
And when is that?
The first one is going to be September 2021.
September.
September.
Gotcha.
The first item of 7 will be announced, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes. All right, so let's talk about Persona. So I think we kind of talked about this like in one of our earlier episodes about how we can improve Persona 5. But to me, it's very clear what can be improved immediately, and that is, of course, the waifu simulator aspect of it. Have more meaningful, make the waifus more meaningful, like the relationship with your waifu, make it more meaningful, basically. And I think there's a lot of room for improvement on the waifu simulator side, even if it's just like subtle things, like I said, like months ago, right? Like just the in battle dialogue with with how your waifu or whatever treats you if she's in your party, right? Like small things like that, like kind of like I'm thinking like in Red Dead Redemption 2, where like there's a lot of like subtle things where like you're in camp and then you start talking to to these people, and there's actually like hidden stories if you wander around your camp and listen to people talk. And so I think those little things definitely can flesh out more characters and basically give you a more meaningful and personalized experience, because like all three of us got different waifus, right? So if we have different waifus, then imagine how customized our experience will be.
That is true. I suppose something that's come to mind after watching someone play through Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne is I'd like to see more freedom in who you associate with in the game. Like, stemming from what you said about deepening the relationship simulator, giving people more options and more depth to characters, I'd like to see the ability to be able to recruit your own team of individual characters. Like, have a pool of people you can pull from as you're exploring a high school, because you're going to be in school, so that everyone has a unique team of people. Like, put a limit, obviously, on how many characters you're going to develop and have backstories for. You don't want a bunch of like cookie cutter characters, but give people the option to be a lone wolf and go through the game by themselves. Give people the option to have like a super party and have different endings based on what you do. In Nocturne, there's like 9 or 10 different endings depending on how you play the game. Let Persona breathe a little. Don't constrict us down the same pathway of you're in a foreign school, you're here to make friends, and now you gotta like solve problems and then fight an ancient god. Let us fight the ancient god from the beginning. As a lone wolf.
That's what I'm here for, IDK. I wish Haru was in the beginning we met Haru in the beginning of Persona 5 so they can develop her character.
I want Haru in my party from the beginning.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Salt. That's all I'm hearing. So
nonsense.
Recruit the characters I want. Whatever I want.
This is actually in I don't know if it's in other Shin Megami Tensei games in general, but I know in Devil Summoner you can recruit your own party. You can create your own party, and basically there's different endings based on your party makeup, as well as the decisions you make, and like whether you were like lawful or chaotic or whatever.
Yeah, like they've done it before. It's possible. Of course, the biggest concern is that if you have too many options, you have too many trees, things get very watered down. They can't put enough development into it. But if they truly believe in their stance that we want to make it better than 5, give me more options. Give me more customization. Really let me go down the path I want to do, and maybe break away from the training wheels that is the general story plot that Persona games have had for the past 25 years.
I really just wants the full waifu squad. No husbandos allowed.
No, there's gotta be one.
Yeah, you!
It'd be pretty cool if, I don't know if this is like a drastic change or not, but just to change your main character and to choose the gender for your main character. I think that'd be pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, I think if they go with IDK suggestion, right, then I think it makes more sense. But if they still have this fixed party thing, right? I don't know. They said in the past that it's actually very difficult to add in the way they implemented for P3P, right? Was yeah, the way they implemented then they said because it's a lot difficult. Basically, you need to write like romance option. And I know Juicy, you're a big advocate of, hey man, why like why do I only gotta date girls? Like, let me have my
I want to date the Obachan, okay?
Yeah.
I want to date the grandma.
Oh no!
Give me that
Oh
grandma,
no!
the grandpa, that
Oh
fox.
no!
Yeah.
I want
no.
everything.
Oh no!
Yeah, Juicy wants everybody to become a dateable option. So I think if they
Uh-huh.
do that, then they definitely should make, then they can add the female MC. But I do know that they have said that, oh, it's difficult because we have to, it adds in a bunch more writing. And in P3P, they changed a lot based on your gender, your social links change. So
But
Yeah.
they shouldn't. So what I'm trying to say is that they don't have to change.
yes.
I think in terms of the main character, all it changes is just the gender you want to play as, and like the cutscenes that has your main character.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like
Yeah.
you should be able to romance, a girl, a guy, animals. Like imagine romancing an animal like a dog, but instead of like you dating the dog, you just like
Become best friends.
inherit you like inherit the dog, right?
Yeah,
like that'd be so
he comes
cute.
live with you. He comes to your house.
Exactly.
He becomes your pet.
You go to a shelter, work there part time, get bonded to one of the dogs, and you adopt it and bring it home. It becomes like your guardian in battle.
Yeah, just imagine
Okay.
like the stories we tell is like, did you like romance like this character? It's like, no, why would you romance a character when you can like bring a dog back home? And like, I don't know, I just think that would be really cute. But
That'd be really cool. But here's another big thing. If they go with a fixed party, if we're still stuck on training wheels, and we have a set main character whose gender we cannot change, they absolutely, positively must give him a voice. Or her a voice. I don't want any more silent protagonists. None. No more. I'm tired of having a character that has this personality everyone reacts to. Like it sounds like they're trying to say something, and they just sit there with a stupid grin on their face. No more heroes who are silent. Let them speak. They can do that.
I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with that, just
That's
because I think with like Persona, the reason why the story is so compelling is because you have this bond with your main character's friends, because they're like your friends, right? So like, if the main character has a voice and they have their own intentions, you no longer can associate with their friends. I mean, I don't know. I take it.
See, that's the problem. If the main character is a blank enough slate where they don't have a defined personality, where you don't have a backstory, you're just this person who's there, fine. No problem. And do character customization so I can change what they look like. But if you have a fixed character detail, you have a fixed background, everything is fixed in place for you. The only thing is they don't speak. Why?
I mean,
Why?
You have a good point. The reason why I had to take back my comment is because Mass Effect does the story very well. Even though the protagonist has a voice, what you can do is you can pick their decision making. Even though it's not that broad or that vast of options that you can choose from, you still have the ability to like play as that character. You get to play as the MC and be able to like create those bonds that you have with your crewmates, or with their friends in this case.
So, I'm okay with keeping silent because I think Persona 5 protagonist, you knew his personality. I think they did a good job of showing his personality without him talking. Like, whereas Miyanota, or the protagonist of P3, right, he was literally a blank slate, and they basically made that his personality trait, right? That's his main personality trait, right? Like, he's lazy, and and then P4, I also didn't really get much of a personality for him, but like P5's protagonist, Like I think he had a personality. You know, he was a little like,
Yeah.
you know, he was like a little like chaotic. You know, he likes chaos, and you know, he's got that smirk, and he's an arrogant son of a bitch, right?
Sure, it's there. It's in the options. And that's the problem. There's a personality that lies within this shell of a character we're supposed to be inhabiting. Isn't us. It takes you out of it. This isn't a character I've made that I'm playing. It's a character that already existed. It just doesn't have a voice. And it's very weird in cutscenes to have everyone talking to them for them when they could easily. And he had a voice actor. He has someone saying his lines when he says persona. Why couldn't they have said anything in the cutscenes? It's very odd. I want to see it changed. I want to see it changed. They want to make it better than 5. 6 has to have a voice protagonist for me.
I would say only voiced if you get to choose what they say.
That works.
Yeah.
Like Fallout 4. But
sure.
Make sure the options actually match what you're picking. I don't want to pick like aggressive option and have whoever this main character is go balls to the walls being angry or something.
Because you already do that, right? At least for Persona 5, you get to choose which options you respond with.
Yeah.
It's just nice if they responded back with a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's what I'd like to see.
Like, do I want to hang out with you? No, I don't. be able to have them say, no, I do not want to hang out with you.
Exactly.
So what other thing? One other thing that I think we kind of touched upon it, but one other thing I think that needs improvement, or they can improve, is the story. I think the story can be improved drastically, and I'm not going to say how it should be, because they should. That's Atlas's job, right? How can we improve the story? And for the record, I think the story did improve from P4 to P5, at least with the flow. Like, one of the big things that showed P4's age is that in the dungeons, there's not really any story unfolding in the dungeons, other than it's like, don't say it.
Can I ask, like, is it the story, or is it like the game structure that you have an issue with? Because I think the story for both games are kind of shallow in a way. Like, there isn't really a story. Like, the story itself isn't too deep, but it's just very formulaic. And that's the issue I had with both games. Like, you're gonna always have a character which you have to go to a dungeon for, and like they're tackling the same issue, and you're like, okay, this is getting like too monotonous.
Yeah, so it is that, right? They can, so on the story side, they can have more variety and they can vary things up a bit, but they are locked into like how the game, right? And that's just the game aspect of it. That's why it's like that. But another thing that they can improve on is the flow. One problem I had with Persona 5 was the flow of the game, because other than the first dungeon, the first couple dungeons you don't give a crap about, right? Like, the flow doesn't make any sense. And then like by like 6 and 7, right? The flow, it just goes balls to the wall, right? So the pacing and the flow, I think, can definitely be improved. And like P4, I feel like the pacing of it was pretty good. Like, at the beginning, it wasn't really slow. Everything, it kind of advanced at basically the same speed, right? Because like, oh, we're still trying to find the killer. But then like P5 is just like, okay, like 2 and 3 was like worthless. Like, that was just kind of a throwaway. Like, if they just removed the second and third dungeon and just went from 1 straight to 4, or maybe even remove 4 too, right? Let's say you remove 2, 3, and 4. You go from 1, 5, 6, 7, right? You just jump straight to Haru. Because I think at 5, that's when it really starts picking up. That's when it starts picking up the story. Like, it just starts ramping up. 2 and 3 were definitely like in the bigger plot, it didn't matter. So I do think that they can improve on the pace, just the pace, and and maybe adding more variety to the story in general, and making it not formulaic. But we also do know that the main story isn't actually the main draw of Persona anyway. It's the bonds and the social link aspect of it. And they did do a significant improvement from 4, definitely. Like I pointed out when I was playing Persona 4 Golden, right? Like, what was her name? The Yumi. Like, Yumi's like level 8 social link was like one line dialogue saying, "Oh, I don't feel so well. I'm gonna go home." Break up. I'm like, what the fuck? Right, so there really isn't anything like that in Persona 5, and I think that they definitely improved the Confidant storylines significantly, but I do think that they can also... there's just so much room for improvement. Despite Persona 5 being such a good game, such a polished game, there are still definitely areas like... It is not insane to ask the question, how can they make the game better? Because there are lots of things that they can do to make things better, right?
It'd be interesting if they... I don't know, like... If they had, Persona 5R, like that last section with Kasumi,
Yeah.
but then just copy and paste that everywhere.
Uh-huh.
So, like, and what I'm trying to say is that, like, I think the stakes need to be much higher for each dungeon you go to. Like, the enemy itself is as menacing as the prior one. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'm just thinking about anime right now. Like, you have different arcs,
Yes.
but each arc has an enemy, which is like, so, like, the enemy is worth like antagonizing for, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, like if you're going, like, I'm just thinking about what's that guy's name? The kanji wannabe. Like, or not.
Oh, Ryuji. Ryuji?
No, not Ryuji. The samurai guy. Oh my god, I'm so bad.
Samurai guy.
The fox.
Oh, Yusuke.
Yusuke, right?
Yeah.
Like, if the enemy not only affected him but affected everyone else, I think that would be interesting. But just like be able to continue escalating. I don't know if that.
I mean, like in the
it's
fourth dungeon,
possible.
right? Like in the fourth dungeon, the stakes were high because you were fighting against a hacker collective that threatened to like expose
Yes.
you guys, right? Something like that.
That's a good one.
Like I said, that's why I said 2 and 3 are totally useless, right? Because just like you pointed out, like it didn't really matter. And then 5, did Haru's dad really do anything to threaten us? I don't think so. It was just they just got cocky and wanted to out him, basically, I believe. Right?
Well, no, it's because he was supporting the politician, right?
I don't even remember.
I mean, he was kind of supporting the would-be prime minister. It's just like they wanted to save Haru from being a political token.
Right.
Her father's
Well,
control.
Well, save.
I don't think that.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, yes, that's correct.
From the marriage, but it wasn't. They weren't. Well, actually, the fiance guy threatened to sue them all, so they were all going to get sued.
That's such a weak.
Was such a weak excuse, but it was mostly just like we need to save Haru from being married to such an asshole.
Yeah. So 2, 3, and 5. 2, 3, and 5 was like, was 6. 6 was obviously one, right? Because they were going after the prosecutor, Sai, right? They were going after it was. But
it's more about having Akechi on your team as well.
Yes. So I think the ones the stakes were high were 4, 6, and 7, and 1, of course, the OG dungeon. I think the first dungeon was a really brilliantly designed dungeon in terms of story, because like you just have this gym teacher. Right? It's the perfect right. It's like, okay, we're in high school and we have a sexual predator, right? Like that's. Like, it seems like, okay, the whole world's not going to crumble down if we lose to this guy, right? But our world will.
And you really want to beat him.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, that's like one of the bosses that you really want to take down.
Yeah, so like Kamoshida, like I said, the first dungeon is really, really good. And that one was... So I think they should have done that for 2 and 3, where they threaten, like it was like... I think the first one was really well done.
The first one, well, the fourth one is interesting because I think a lot of it's mostly character development, but then they tied it with some enemy that was threatening enough.
It was just anonymous.
Yeah, I don't know if that was done like extremely well. It'd be interesting. It'd be more interesting if that anonymous group, that enemy, was more involved in the story.
Yep, yeah, I agree. Yeah, but like the stakes were
But
high
still-
in that one. The stakes were high in that one.
Yeah, it's still better than 2 and 3, in my opinion. What else? What else was on that 25th? Sorry, not to.
No, I think we covered the 25th.
Okay.
I just wanted to go over the Persona 6 and how we can improve the game. So one thing that I'm not sure that can be improved though, the soundtrack.
Ooh.
How are they gonna beat this?
I thought
no.
Persona 4 soundtrack was pretty good though.
I like Persona 5 soundtrack better. I think it just vibed with me better.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to think like, if I thought Persona 4's soundtrack was really good, and if Persona 5 was able to surpass that, I'm pretty sure this next one can surpass.
I mean,
Okay.
what genre are we going to go into next? We have rap.
Hold on.
We had
The only way Persona 5 music can improve is if they literally went to Nintendo and hired the Fire Emblem Three Houses composer, the whole team, and brought them to Persona, right? That's the only way. Either that or they go to Square Enix and take Kingdom Hearts.
No, but the thing is, yeah, like IDK brought up a good point where like each game had its own theme, or its own genre to the music. I feel like Persona 6 will copy that, follow that formula.
Yeah, it's going to be a sideways. Like the soundtrack will be unique. It will be just as good, but I don't think it will be better. It'll just be, it'll just be better. You have the taste for that music. Maybe they can go rock.
Oh, rock.
Yes.
Because we've done rap, we've done what's
Pop
it called?
music.
Persona 4 music.
Pop. I mean,
Pop.
It's pop. It's pop.
Pop, yeah, and then we have jazz. So rock or metal.
It's not gonna be metal. I'm sorry. I don't think it's gonna be metal. I think
J-metal. J-metal's pretty popular.
I think metal suits Shin Megami Tensei more than it does Persona.
But this is the time to push boundaries, Phil.
Well, the thing
this is the time. This is the time to exceed those limitations.
Classical, guys. Classical.
I think with all of the Persona soundtracks, like there's always that really good like guitar, like rockish soundtrack.
Oh.
I think all the battle themes are like in that genre in a way.
Sonic.
But yeah, I
Sonic.
see
They do a Sonic style soundtrack. The Sonic style. Punk.
Techno?
Punk. I don't know.
Dude, techno. Yeah, I can see techno or electronic. That would be interesting.
Electronic's too broad though. Like if they're gonna do electronic, they're gonna do a subgenre of electronic music. It has to be some kind of subdrama, genre. But
Since what's that like robotic singer? Miku?
Oh, Hatsune Miku. Vocaloid.
Oh.
Vocaloid.
If they did that,
Vocaloid.
yeah, if they did that, that'd be interesting.
Vocaloid.
I'd be down. I mean, of course, the vocals has to be sung by that lady, Lin. Man, she's on fire.
It's not gonna be Lin. It's not gonna be Lin. It's gonna be a brand new artist. Like
What if they go? What if they go backwards?
All three soundtracks had different. All three games had different lead vocals.
Wait, really?
Yeah. If you watch the Persona concert, then they actually bring out each of the lead singers in the concert, and they're three different people.
I can say like Persona 3 and Persona 5 had the same lead vocals.
No, they did not.
Burn My Dread isn't the same person as Lin?
It's not the same person.
Burn My Dread, come on. So good.
It's going to be a new singer.
I welcome that. Yeah, but I'm excited. I think what concerns me the most with Persona 6 not being better than Persona 5 is the art. I think the art is unrivaled.
Yeah, Persona
It's like
5, yeah.
it's the standard so high. Like I can't imagine something better. I can see something as good as Persona 5, but nothing better.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose this segues into the next thing I've been thinking about that I was reading about today. So, Persona 5 was originally supposed to be a PS3 game. It would have sat in that weird boundary of like cross-gen, being PS3 but also releasing on PS4, but it got delayed. So then it came out on PS4 in the West, but still came out on PS3 in the East because that was what it was developed on. A lot of people seem to have the belief that Persona 6 is being developed on PS4 currently because it started development like 2 years ago, and that they'll probably do the same thing again. A lot of other people really hope that's not the case, and that they've been doing PS5 development since then. What are your opinions on such?
I think it's going to be PS5. It's going to release
It's just
PS5.
it's going to be
Strictly
PS5 exclusive.
I think it's going to be strictly
Exclusively.
PS5. Yes.
Exclusively.
Yeah. And this is assuming that they're announcing it in next year. So by that time, no one had, by that time I think it's going to be strictly PS5.
I actually think the PS4 will have a longer life cycle because of how hard it is to get a PS5. So if they
actually, apparently from an article I saw on my phone, it's just as hard to get PS4 now as it is to get a PS5.
Yeah, so with that, like, if the game did come out next year, I think even if it does only come out on PS5, I think the engine or whatever they're using was based on the PS4. I personally think that Persona 6 isn't coming out anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think, like, I would even say 2025. And in that case, I think at that time it should be built on an engine that's more dedicated towards PS5.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And I still stick with the fact that it's 2025. If those rumors are true that they're hiring for Persona 6, like, I don't think it's normal for game companies to, like, hire in the middle of development as much. I feel like they're trying to ramp up and, like, get all their employees first and then build the game. Because it's really hard to onboard, like, new employees.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It could be different though.
Well, I'm fine with waiting for as long as the game is polished right. I'm fine with waiting. Just give me a good game. Show us how much. If they can improve Persona 4 to Persona 5, I want to see how much improvement they can do Persona 5 to Persona 6. And for the record, I do think Atlas will try to push the boundaries. They're not going to rest on their laurels like Pokemon. I don't think they're going to rest on their laurels. They're definitely going to try to do something new or definitely improve the gameplay experience.
Okay, Kagros, how disappointed would you be if they used the same engine? It was just like a different skin, but it was considered Persona 6. Like,
so basically,
the art style is still the same.
So like Persona 5-2. Persona 5-2.
I would still consider, like, the art being as, like, completely different, but, like, you can tell that it was built on top of Persona 5.
I would be very disappointed. I'd be very disappointed. If they do not push the envelope, or, like, they do not drastically improve or at least try to improve their game, I would be very disappointed. Because their track record, right? Just looking at their track record, right? Persona 2 to Persona 3, Persona 3 to Persona 4, Persona 4 to Persona 5. Vast improvements. And, like, Persona 2 to Persona 3 was obviously very, very, they completely changed the game, right? And that's why it exploded. And then 3 to 4, I think they were roughly similar. Like, I don't think the 3 to 4, the jump wasn't as big. I think it was the story. They improved their story. They improved the social link aspect of it. But then 4 to 5 was significant because it wasn't just story, but the gameplay was also drastically improved too.
Okay, follow-up question. Would you be mad if they supported the Switch? And its implication of it having to support the Switch?
As long as it doesn't affect the gameplay on the PS5, I'm fine with it. Why? What
What
about
about you, IDK?
Oh, okay.
Looking at the way Strikers did it on PS4 and Switch and now PC, as long as they made the game for PC and PS first, and then downgraded it to fit on the Switch, and not the other way around, I think I'd be fine. If it was built for Switch and then they tried to upgrade it for the other consoles,
there's no way.
Or platforms, it just won't come out right.
Yep.
It doesn't work.
Yep.
It's much easier to build a bunch and then scale it back than to build a little and then try to raise it up higher.
Sure.
In terms of my opinion on it, I could see it going either way. I could definitely see them doing a similar thing where it's in the West, PS5 only, and maybe PC a couple years down the line. But in Japan, they have a PS4 version. And it's downgraded, and they buy it because they all have PS4s. Although apparently PS5s are selling out like hotcakes in Japan as well. So maybe that won't be an issue this time. But I could see them having a team while they're working on on P6 for the PS5, also take that and sort of work it down so it actually could run on a PS4. Similar to what's probably happening with God of War 2 and Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Fuck, I can't remember his name.
Forbidden West.
Forbidden West. Something like that. If it's coming out in 2023. Now, if it's coming out in 2024, 5, 6, 7, God help us, 8, no, I don't want to see that. I want it to be strictly PS5 only and PC. I don't want no PS4 version that some poor developer has to work on and try to make work when you're hampering the game to make that try to work. People have to upgrade.
All right.
I personally would be mad if it came out on the Switch, because at that point, when it's coming out on 2025, I'm expecting a Switch Pro or like the Super Switch, and I want it to come out on the Super Switch because I want my waifus in HD, 4K on my stream.
So you're telling me, Juicy, would you buy a PS5 just to play Persona 6?
I was going to say that I would only buy PS5 when Persona 6 comes out, because I don't see myself getting a PS5 anytime soon because these scalpers are stealing my PS5s. I can't get no PS5.
Be like IDK, put your name on the list.
I have. I think. I don't know.
You should double check.
This guy get lucky, man. This guy get lucky. Roll them dice.
Yo, IDK, the luckiest man in the world.
So anyways, for reference, Persona 3 came out in 2006. Persona 4 came out in 2008.
Yeah.
Persona 5 came out in 2016. So if we do an 8-year development cycle, right, we should expect Persona 6 in 2024.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I see
That'd
that.
be nice. That'd be nice.
If it releases in 2024, I am very sure it will just be PS5.
Yeah.
It will just be. It will not be PS4. It might be for the Switch. I'm not sure if they will, but we'll see. I think if they release on Switch, it's going to be a delayed. It's going to be delayed. It's going to be a delayed release.
I can see them building it for the successor for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see them building for the Switch at all.
I would only get a PS5 for Persona 6. If Persona 6 is available on PC on release, I'm not going to get a PS5. I'll just play on my PC.
And I think it will. I think it will be on PC, actually. I think PC is finally a viable platform. It makes me want to get a PC.
Sega and Atlas are finally noticing the PC network, the PC audience who are there sitting hungrily wanting to devour their games.
Yes.
Just so long as we don't get any famous celebrities in our Persona games. Wink, wink, Judgment. Wink, wink. Those poor fools. Poor fools. They didn't learn their lesson from Yakuza 5.
What's that situation, actually? Like,
so the situation with Judgment is that they originally stated that since Yakuza was now going turn-based, Judgment would be now their action brawler series. So they started Judgment, and they have this main character who's a representation of a famous Japanese actor, who's very popular in Japan, and it did well. So they made a sequel, Lost Judgment, which is coming out sometime this year. And the agency for this guy will not let them put the game on PC because they feel like people will try to mod the game. They'll do things with his image. They don't want that. Sega wants to do that though. They want to put it on PC. Because the first Judgment is, I think. So this may be the end of the Judgment series because they won't be able to keep their main actor and the main character because of that disagreement between studios and the talent agency that he's working for. So
that's a bummer, but I feel like what if they had like a Spider-Man situation? You know what I mean?
Replace him? The thing is, like, this guy's so popular, people play the game in Japan because this guy's in the game. Replacing him would probably cause it to lose all its steam.
What if they replaced it with another actor who didn't have those rights?
I don't know. They'll have to figure it out. I mean, if it's me, I just reboot Judgment. Have a different character made up. Don't stop using celebrity characters. Stop it. You bring real world problems into video games. Learn from Judgment. Learn from Square Enix and Crisis Core. Do not put Gact in your games. Don't put Gact in your games. You'll be safe and fine. Not bueno. Okay.
What a shame.
Now, I think we've discussed Persona 6 enough. Let's discuss what these potential 7 things are.
Oh, IDK, I'm way ahead of you. You guys can open up.
Wonderful.
You can see the outline.
Can you tell me more about the 7 things? What?
No. So, hold on. So, okay. So the 7 things. So there are 7 things lined up. I think we should have a guessing competition and see who, and may turn this into a bet, gentlemen.
Wait. So like, is it on your blog post? Like, we have 7 things to announce in a year, or what? What is that? What do you mean?
So we have to. So you don't have to guess the order. Okay, make it a little simpler. I guess that can be the tiebreaker if someone has. It's the order. Order will matter for the tiebreaker. But
wait. So they're announcing 7 things at that date, the September.
No. They're announcing them throughout the year.
And there's 7 things they put on this anniversary website. They're basically listed in order, probably from what's the first thing going to be announced in September, all the way to the last thing announced in fall of 2022.
Gotcha.
What are these 7 things?
Wait, fall of 2022?
Yes, that's the last announcement.
Yeah.
So,
Jesus, that's a year.
So the bet will not be paid until the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one.
Oh, wait. All right. Go ahead.
We are gonna get.
Wait. Hold on. But before we start guessing, what will the wager be? What shall the wagers be?
Another free dinner, let's say at Raku's or at a restaurant that we used to frequent very often. I don't know, any restaurant, any free meal at a restaurant, I'm down. Or
whoever wins gets. Nah, I think we should be.
Someone would have to stream like Persona 4 dancing all night or something. Like,
that's the loser. That's the loser.
Yeah, the loser.
It's a loser bet. It's a loser bet, not a winner bet.
Oh, not the winner bet.
I mean, I'm fine doing last place instead.
Well, I was gonna say we can have both. The winner gets something, and the loser has to do something as well.
I'm fine with that.
Oh man, the pain train's coming.
Yeah.
I want something Persona related.
So I think if you win, other 2 guys have to buy you Persona 6 when it comes out. Or we can up the stakes and say has to buy the deluxe edition of Persona 6. The most deluxe edition of Persona 6.
I thought you meant to up the ante. Like we're all going to Japan. We're gonna have that full Persona experience. We're gonna be high school
Oh,
students.
all right.
We're gonna go to Persona Cafe.
All right. So I'm already gonna show one of my suggestions, but I think what we can do if you really want to up the stakes, the loser has to buy. Then this is one of my predictions too. The loser has to or the two losers will have to buy the winners Persona concert tickets in Japan, and we all go.
In Japan?
Yes, because they've only had. So I think they're gonna announce a Persona Live. So I'm gonna put that is one of my first. That is.
But what if it doesn't happen?
Then
Then you have to pay you have to pay dearly.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, like we can find something else, but like that is my suggestion. So
I would love to go to Japan with these two adventurers and have our own little adventure. But I would take on that bet because I don't think it's happening. But the winner would get nothing.
No. If it doesn't happen, then we can revise it. We can just have like the default bet be like the losers have to buy the winner the most expensive version of Persona 6.
How do you feel about that, IDK?
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
I think it's okay.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
It's dangerous, but we'll do it.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's. All right, and then what about the loser bet?
No, I think that's good enough.
Okay. Okay. So basically, we have one grand prize winner, basically, right?
But also we need a fallback.
Yeah. The fallback, and then the fallback is loser buys the most.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Losers
sure.
buy winner most expensive version of Persona 6.
Or let's say losers buy the choice of the winner, whatever the winner wants for Persona 6. Because like if I'm gonna say that I'm gonna win, okay, and I don't want no collector's edition of like little shit knickknacks. I don't want any of that. I just want just a regular game.
All right. So
Okay.
all right. So I'll just make it broad. I'll say losers buy winner whatever they want for Persona 6.
Okay, that's good.
And I want to caveat: they don't have to buy. They don't have. They don't have. Okay. All right. Sure. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because I don't think it's gonna matter. I think there's gonna be Persona Live. Okay. All right. So all right. So for this, so I've already said my first one. I think there's gonna be Persona Live announced. You are free to copy what other people say because there's no way we can come up with 21 different things. So.
Okay.
So and then we'll just take turns going one at a time. So IDK, you're next.
So no order.
Yeah, no or. So you can select, and then after we're done, you can reorder it to see what the order is, and the order is just for tie-breaking purposes only. So,
Will you type it for us?
Yes.
Because I probably won't.
All right, hold on. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second.
Oh, it's so bright.
Okay. Let me see here.
Why doesn't Google Docs have a dark mode?
They have it on phone, actually.
Yeah, but not on a PC. Yeah.
Okay,
much.
IDK, go. Do you have one?
Yeah, I got one. Persona 5 Arena.
Okay. All right, that's your first one. Like I said, remember you guys can feel free to steal other people's ideas.
How specific does the bet have to be, or the guess?
I think it should be fairly specific, but like.
Okay. You guys can be
Okay,
the judge here.
sure.
They're going to announce a Persona game on the Switch. One of the older ones.
I think
Oh.
I think that's a little too. Too.
They'll announce Persona 4 on the Switch.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty then.
All right, so I'm up again.
Yeah.
I'm predicting Persona 1 and
Wait.
2. Oh,
So,
Yeah.
can I revise mine to
sure.
Persona 5?
Go. Persona 5? Sure.
Persona 5 on the Switch?
Yep.
Okay.
Really?
Mhm.
So I'm going to say Persona 1 and 2 remasters or remakes.
Remix. Oh, 7 of them? That's hard.
Yeah. All right, IDK. Like I said, you can feel free to take other people's if you really do believe in it.
I'm gonna say Persona 3 Ultimate Edition.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, Juicy.
Especially on the anniversary.
Yeah.
They'll show a teaser for Persona 6.
Should I just say Persona 6 reveal?
Sure.
The same thing, yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, since Juicy has said it, I also think Persona 6 is going to reveal too. So that is mine as well.
Persona 1 and 2 remakes.
Okay. Juicy, you're up
Okay.
again.
I'm gonna revise my bet. Sorry, I don't know if that's fair.
That's
But
fine.
I was gonna say let's put 3, 4, and 5 will show up on the Switch.
Okay.
What's another bet? We'll get like some ultimate soundtrack collection of all the Persona games.
Ooh.
I'm hella down. I'd get that. I wish that was the bet. I love their music.
Persona soundtrack. I'll say anthology.
Anthology, yes. OSTs.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be better. Persona OST anthology. Running out of ideas here. Alright, so you can tell me this is big enough. I think they're going to announce a new Persona 5 spin-off game. And it's not going to be dancing or arena.
So like racing?
It's going to be a new one. I who knows what
Mario Party?
So I had one in mind, and maybe you can copy mine
Okay.
if you want. But So I think they're. You said Persona 5 spin-off.
I said specifically a new Persona 5 spin-off game.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Alright, IDK.
This is tough. I have a couple ideas.
So you said it's not dancing nor.
Yeah, so it's
fighting.
gonna be a new spin-off. I'll say it like that.
A new Persona crossover game. That's
God damn
not
it.
fighting.
That was mine. Yeah. I'm gonna copy that one too.
All right.
Read my mind.
So all right. So, okay. All right. So I'm actually gonna do the same thing too, but I unlike you guys, I think we all know. I think we all know the name of this game already because it's already been shown.
Has it? What is it?
Yes. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Let me pull it up.
Persona crossover.
Call it that Persona Academy.
It's called Code X Name. It's
Okay.
previously teased mobile game inspired by Persona 5.
Sure.
by Perfect World. But is it a Persona crossover? Is that what you guys were having in mind?
No, I didn't even know about that game.
Okay, all right then. That's
No.
like okay. I'm just gonna so that game isn't actually doesn't look like it's gonna be a crossover, but it might not be. But I'm gonna put that specifically as mine. Codename X.
Wait, are you gonna say Codename X or a Persona crossover?
No, I'm saying specifically Codename X.
But that already is. Oh, is that just rumored or is that announced?
It might not actually be a Persona crossover, but the art style looks very similar to Persona.
But it's already announced.
It was leaked or it was teased, I would say, but no information was given about it.
Wait, so what are you trying to say?
I'm just
Really?
saying they're gonna announce Codename X. They're gonna show more Codename X in one of these announcements.
As one of 70. Do you really want to go that specific though? Wouldn't you rather just go with a new Persona mobile game?
Oh,
I would say that's too vague. I think that's if you say a new Persona mobile game, I would say like either which one, like which Persona.
Why not a Persona anthology? Why not a gacha? New Persona mobile gacha.
Anyway, I'm sticking to Codename X. I'm gonna be specific here. Actually, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm just gonna say new Persona crossover too. I'm not gonna write myself in a corner like that. Okay, next up, IDK.
Okay. Let me know if this is too broad. New Persona movie.
No, that's not broad at all. I think that's pretty specific, medium wise.
Are you gonna assume me live action or anime, or do you just want to say just movie in general?
I'll say anime.
Oh,
I'm gonna say. Oh, I was gonna say it has to be theatrical, like it has to show in theaters.
That's fine.
all right. Sorry. So let's just do new Persona movie, and then with the caveat that it has to be in theaters.
New theatrical Persona movie. Yeah. So we haven't had one of those in a while. I'm pretty sure they're cooking up one.
Okay. All right, Juicy.
How many have we guessed so far?
You have 3 left, and then after this will be 2 each.
What are they gonna announce? They're gonna announce an announcement later in the year.
What?
Later for next year.
What?
They're gonna announce another date for another announcement for next year.
So basically, you're saying one of these boxes is going to be an announcement of another box.
It's an announcement of another announcement, is what I'm betting on. Is that too vague?
I mean, if the Persona 6 reveal...
I don't know about that.
I think you need to be more specific. Like, I think if you say that it's going to be announced, it's just going to be an announcement of another box. At which point, you're saying that one of these boxes is basically going to be worthless.
Okay, so, yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I think for Persona 6, they're going to announce another announcement date for Persona 6 at a later time.
I think that would fall under Persona 6 reveal.
Okay.
That's
okay.
the case.
I agree.
Let's see. An announcement. What else can we guess? I don't know if this is another cop out, but let's say they release Persona 1 and 2 on the Switch. Or they re-release Persona 1 and 2.
Oh, just a re-release, not remake.
No,
Okay.
not remake, just re-release.
Just a re-release. Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is spicy.
Is it?
I could see Atlas doing that, but at the same time, it'd be such a disappointment.
Exactly.
Which is right up their alley.
All right.
What do I have so far? Sorry. Can you tell me, Kagros?
Yeah, you have Persona 3, 4, and 5 on the Switch, Persona 6 reveal, Persona OST Anthology, New Persona Crossover, Persona 1 and 2 re-release.
Okay.
Alright, so... I'm also going to say Persona OST Anthology.
Persona 6 reveal.
Okay.
I'll just grab that right now.
Yep.
I was thinking they're gonna announce something that you can get at a 7-Eleven in Japan.
I think that's fine.
Store.
I think that's fine.
Okay.
They would do that.
I think that's fine.
I'll put that in.
So exclusive merchandise at 7-Eleven.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I was more thinking about items you can get at like a convenience store. But I don't know.
That counts as merch. That counts as merch. That counts as merch. Like whether
you can get it in 7-Eleven, but I wouldn't say that it's exclusive.
Okay, I think that's fine. All right, and the last one. I'm also gonna say Persona 5 Arena. I think that's probably gonna come as well. IDK.
Okay.
Rounding out your bets.
I'm trying to think back to the Sonic announcement. That's like what they did there.
They have a TV show. I think
they had multiple TV shows. They had new games. And they did their merch then though. They didn't have a pre-announcement of the merch. Otherwise, I would have put down like a merch announcement because it's so easy to do.
I do think that they might release like exclusive figures, but I'm not sure they would dedicate a box just for that.
Yeah.
And remember, so just to be clear, the criteria will be whatever shows up in the box. If it's going to be an image or something, and it has to show up in the box. So I think they might like announce several things in a box, but like they only show one thing. So to be perfectly clear, it has to show up on the box. So like at the end of the year, if we look on the website and it still shows all the boxes, whatever you guess here has to show up in the box.
I don't know if this is fair, but can you go over the unique bets that everyone has? Because obviously everyone copied each other.
Oh, the unique ones. Okay, so I think I'm the only one that has live concert, and then new Persona 5 new spinoff, and then IDK has Persona 3 Ultimate Edition, and new Persona theatrical movie. And then you have Persona 3, 4, and 5 on the Switch. And Persona 1 and 2 re-release. And then the 7-Eleven. So everyone has at least 2 that are different that no one else has as of right now.
Oh, this is really hard. Because like there's a couple things I could think of that they would do, but I don't know if they'd show up on the box.
On the box?
Like for the announcements, like when it shows up on the announcements, like so game heavy already.
Haru figure IDK.
Okay. For my last pick, it's going to be a real wild card. They're going to announce a new Persona clothing line.
Oh.
Persona-based clothing line in partnership with someone else.
Okay, I think I'll just do a new Persona clothing line. That's good enough.
Yeah.
IDK coming with a spice. Doesn't want games.
I mean,
I agree. I don't think it's gonna be game related. Actually, Because I don't think they have enough games that are related to Persona itself. Oof. But then there's that mobile game. I didn't put that on my list, did I?
You have new Persona crossover.
I said that?
Yeah, you have that.
Oh. I'm gonna say like a real life Persona experience. Sorry, I should be more specific. There's gonna be a Persona Cafe
Oh, I like that one.
announced.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, gentlemen. So you guys can.
Is it on the dock?
It's on the dock. So I guess in your own personal time, what you guys should do is rearrange it in the order that you believe it's going to show up in. That way, and that will just strictly for tiebreakers. So if we have two people that get like 4 correct, then the next thing we're going to check is how many are in the correct slot. And so that this also brings up a unique one. So I actually think that some of these announcements will have multiple things in the box. So like if 2 of your items are in the same box, you still get 2 correct. It's still 2 correct. But for the tiebreaker, obviously only 1 can be in that slot, right? So it'll be interesting.
What do you mean by box? I don't.
So
understand.
on the Persona website, the announcements, there's 7 boxes.
Okay.
That's what I mean. So like if you have 2 things in the same box, because I think that they might do multiple announcements within the same box. So it still counts as 2 points, but for the tiebreaker purposes, you could only have 1. You know, because you're basically slotting each of these into the boxes, right? Because
it can't count as so it can only count as 1 if there's a tiebreaker, but can it count as 2?
Yeah, so 2 normally because you 2 your predictions were correct, but when it comes to the tiebreaker, when you have to list everything in order, it's impossible.
I see.
Yeah, it's impossible to to get more than 1 point because it's one item per box. You're guessing 1 item per box in that case. So
Okay.
yeah, but if there are multiple things inside the box, and you have both of them or 3 of them, then you get all 3. Those are all scored. But for tiebreaker purposes, you can only get 1 because
I think maybe a better tiebreaker is if like your predictions align closer than the other person's.
Closer. That's too subjective. I'd rather just like okay, boxes. Okay, who got the right order? Who got the right order, and then just go like that.
That's not. You don't think. I thought that's like pretty objective.
I think that's very subjective because it's literally like okay, there's 7 boxes on the website, and then now we have seven boxes here on the graph. All right, first box, is it in the first box? Nope. All right, next one, second box, second choice, is it in the second box? Nope. Third box, is it in? They match. All right, great. That's 1 tiebreaker point. Yeah, so I think it's very very subjective, or sorry, it's very objective. There's no room for I feel like this is it's just okay. Is it in the box? Nope. All right, go to the next one.
So you're saying it's too objective?
No. Fuck, I got the word. There's
no leeway.
There's no leeway. Yes, there's no leeway.
I see.
For tiebreaker because it's very very clear. Like okay,
I guess what I'm trying to say is that like I think if you guess two things in one box, you should still get those 2 things in a tiebreaker. That's what I'm trying to say. Especially if you think prediction wise that they like follow each other in order, chronologically speaking.
I see. All right, I guess,
so like that's what I meant.
All right, all right. I guess we can make an exception for that then. So first thing we do is check the box. But then if you have 2 items and they're adjacent to each other and one of them is correct in the right box, then you'll score for the other one too. But they have to be adjacent to each other.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I
obviously there's no tiebreakers because we're gonna get that Persona Cafe. We're gonna get that 1 and 2 re-release. We're gonna get 3, 4, and 5 on the Switch. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year.
I don't know. Did you really put yourself in the corner there with that first one? Persona 3, 4, and 5 on the Switch?
Yeah, I went a little crazy because IDK said the 3 Ultimate Edition, which I can definitely see. So
let's give you a little leeway on that one. I think if 2 of the 3 come out for Switch, then
sure.
I think that I will. Is that fair, IDK?
I will allow it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. There you go. Some mercy. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and on your own time, because you can rearrange your thing in the order for the tiebreaker, and hopefully actually
I was gonna say.
Right.
I was gonna say this is perfect.
I'm actually gonna do one right now. I'm just gonna move this Persona 6 reveal to the bottom.
So the first announcement is in September.
Yes, it's in September. Oh. Okay. All right. So all right.
Can we do this live?
You want to rearrange it live?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys have to do it yourself then. Do it on your own. Do it on your own outline because it'll be the readers can see the doc being edited in real time. So, all right. Let's see here.
Yeah. Exactly. No. I guess that's not good.
No. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. You can edit mine.
No. You should just do it yourself on yours. Yeah. Let's see here.
Anyways, besides that, is there anything else associated with this anniversary event?
There is nothing else has been announced.
What do you guys hope to see at the end of this? Like, with these 7 events, what do you wish for the most?
I want that live concert real bad, dude. I want that live concert really dang bad. I think that concert's gonna be the 25th anniversary concert, basically. It'll just be, and it's perfect too because COVID has just ended. People are dying to see concerts, right? So why the hell not?
And where are you putting it on the list?
I'm thinking where I would put it. I think I'm gonna leave it at the front. I'm gonna move the anthology up as well.
So I think the Switch is performing so well, and that's why I'm pretty bold on my prediction that 3, 4, and 5 will come out. Especially with Strikers, I think they're able to prove that Strikers was able to come out on the Switch. I don't know. I still feel like they could have came out with Persona 5 this year, but since they didn't, I don't know. Maybe it won't come out, but I still think it's a possibility. If not, like 3 and 4 can definitely come out on the Switch.
So I have the live concert as the first one because I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna announce it and then show the dates first so people can plan for the concert to go see the concert. So I think it's gonna be that's the first one, and I think they're also gonna announce the OST anthology in the same box. So I have that as my second one because like they're gonna use that the concert to promote their the 25th anniversary soundtrack. So that's my reasoning for having. So I'm done with mine.
Is a set? Well, I mean it's not fair to say that to the set, but
this is my prediction right now, and you guys are free to change your predictions up until before that first announcement. Once that first announcement is on, then it's locked in. And then after that, I have the Persona 1 and 2 remakes to get people excited. And then the crossover arena and the spin-off, I just kind of just put them randomly. And then I think I'm too game heavy. I don't think I'm going to win this. So, and then the Persona 6 reveal is at the bottom. IDK, did you finish yours?
Yeah, I finished mine because I think the way it's displayed right now is the way I think it'll play out in my ideal fantasy world. Because There was rumors of Persona 3 for PC. Supposedly, before Persona 4 Golden came out for PC, they would be like, "Oh yeah, Persona 3 is also going to come in the future." Like, there's indications that may be there. So I think if you're going to start off an announcement series for Persona, why not bring the hype? Why not give the people what they want? Give them that Persona 3 mixed fusion, Ultimate Edition, whatever. And then I put these two next afterwards, Persona 1 and 2 Remix, because I think they'll lead off with 3 as the big announcement, and then be like, oh yeah, also 1 and 2 have remakes. Like, if you want to play those things. So I think they'll be tied together. Persona 5 Arena still hasn't been announced, but we know Arx has finished work on Dragon Ball Fighters, and they've released Strive, which is doing well. Mm-hmm. So they're doing DLC for that, which means now they're free for another game, which definitely could be Persona 5 Arena. So I'll give a little time for that to cook. A new crossover has got to be in the works, either a Q3 or hopefully a Police Academy game with all the characters who are now part of like the Special Persona Task Force. Maybe they go back to their old Shin Megami Tensei roots. Would be kind of cool. And then after that, I think they'll take a break from games and go into a clothing line, a movie, get people hyped up and amped for Persona 6.
Interesting.
And then ammo.
I like your flow there, IDK.
Can you do some live edits on mine?
Okay, sure.
If you can. I can't edit it. So
okay.
Can you put new Persona crossover and Persona 1 and 2 on the top?
Top 2?
Mm-hmm. Top 2.
Okay.
And then put 7-Eleven above Anthology.
Okay, so Anthology is going to be 4, and then 7-Eleven merch is number 3.
And then put Persona 6 after Anthology. Or, I guess before Persona Cafe.
Okay, and then the... Is this the order you want?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, the Switch should be right after 1 and 2.
Okay.
And those are my predictions.
You really think the last announcement is going to be Persona Cafe?
Interesting.
Maybe not, but I don't know.
You just want to be different? You just want to be different? I
guess my reasoning was that if they're gonna go all the way till fall of 2022, I think Persona 6 will be announced much sooner.
Okay.
So, like, if anything, maybe, like, the Anthology and a Cafe should be swapped. But, no, I'll keep it as is. Because I think when it comes to all of us three, in terms of differentiation, I think it's, like... I think you have 2, IDK has 2, and I have, like, 4 or 3. So, let's see.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter at that point.
Yeah.
I care about, like, being able to predict them. I can't tell the orders, you know? Like, it's fine. It's fine. No tiebreakers here, okay?
Yeah, I don't think we'll need to go in tiebreaker, but it's just nice to, to just order them.
Definitely.
Just fun. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, gentlemen, do you have any closing remarks that we missed in our episode today?
I did ask, like, what everyone's looking forward to in their predictions. I think, Kagros, you said the concert.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, IDK?
Actually...
what IDK wants is not on here. He wants that Haru body pillow.
I mean, could be in the merch. It definitely exists. Could be in the merch someday. But no, I actually do really want either the new Persona crossover, whatever it's going to be, as long as it's an interesting idea, or the remakes of 1 and 2, so I can actually play through them and enjoy the beginning of the Persona franchise.
When you play as an adult, right?
No, actually, in 1 and 2, well, 1 I know you play as high schoolers because I've watched like half the
I think
game.
2 you play as an adult.
2 you start off as a high schooler, but then you eventually get adults on your team.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the second game you have adults,
Mm-hmm.
and it's you have Hitler too. Hitler shows up. Hey. I'd like to see those brought modernized, made more accessible, and get to enjoy a different flavor of Persona.
I'm really shocked. We all have Persona 6 reveal on our list, and this is not something you're eager to anticipate for. This is what I want. This Persona 6 is gonna be as good or even better as Persona 5, and we all know how much we value Persona 5, how much we adore.
But here's the thing: we know it's coming.
Yeah.
It'll eventually get here. I don't know if Persona 1 and 2 will ever get remade or spoken about by Atlas ever again. They were a meme until this announcement. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Persona 1 and 2, it doesn't exist. Oh yeah, it only starts at 3. Those poor fanboys of 1 and 2 had to sit there with their heads down like, we'll have our day. We'll have our day. And finally Atlas came out and was like, hey guys, it's been pretty cold and dark out here, hasn't it? Come inside, join the family, come on. And those poor guys are like, yay, finally recognition, we're real.
Okay, how's this? Winner, at least for me, if I do win, I want to get into that cafe, okay?
I'm fine with that.
I want to go to that cafe. Okay, and then for you, IDK, we're going to buy all the clothes from the clothing line for you.
They're
you know
not gonna fit. They're all Japanese sized.
You know what, Juicy? If you win, not only will we go to the Persona Cafe, we're gonna stop by 7-Eleven to pick up some Persona merch.
Yes, yes. Why don't we go watch that movie? We'll watch it. We'll watch it live. We won't understand 90% of it, but we'll still have a good time.
It's gonna look real pretty.
Yes.
All right. So I guess on that note, once again, I would, all of us are excited for Persona. To be honest, it doesn't matter what they announce, right? We're still gonna get hyped because we know that last box is gonna be Persona 6. Okay, guys, we know Persona 6 is coming, and and just like Juicy said, we're all gonna be excited. We don't get any of us wrong here, right? We are all excited for Persona 6. But we just have things that we individually are excited for.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is going to be pretty lame, but what if these do come true, but these weren't the events that happened?
On the box? Or they weren't?
On a box.
They have to be on a box. They have to
even though they came true?
Yes.
Rough.
I actually think they actually might have a Persona Cafe already, just FYI. I'm not sure. But hey, whatever. Let's just see. Let's just see how it pans out. It's gonna be one hell of a 25th anniversary this year. That's for sure.
It's gonna be better than the Zelda anniversary. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. It will be.
Sure.
It will be. All right.
I mean, what has been the best 25th anniversary? I don't have one in mind. Nothing's good. Final Fantasy, it could have been, but I don't know. What did they have?
I'm not sure. I actually don't remember any. Did I think Pokemon is supposed to have Pokemon's 20th anniversary? I think was pretty big. They had a lot of stuff planned for the 20th anniversary. We're on the 25th anniversary now, I think, for Pokemon as well. So I can't, but I think the
Sonic anniversary was okay.
The announcement was good. The announcement was good, but I know Pokemon's 20th anniversary. They had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Pokemon always comes out with a bunch of stuff because they have so many things to do, like card games, video games, movies, cartoons, TV shows, merchandise. Sonic tries, but he can't keep up, despite how fast he is.
Yeah, Pokemon, just the trailer for their 20th anniversary was very good, but they do have a lot of stuff. Their anniversaries have a lot of stuff planned. The 20th anniversary was any indication 5 years ago. Anyways, it's getting late. I just want to thank IDK, thank Juicy for discussing Persona with our viewers. And for you, the viewers, if you haven't followed our Twitch, feel free to follow us, and you'll get notified whenever we go live. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can also feel free to subscribe to our channel so you're notified, so that whenever we put out a new episode, our release schedule has been kind of wonky because we're trying to find things. We want to talk about things that excite us. We don't want to just push out boring episodes and all talk about some generic topic. We want to talk about things that we are passionate about. Just like our last episode, I think it was the Sonic one, right? I think our last episode was the Sonic one.
Really?
Oh no, it was post E3. But before that,
It was post E3.
It was E3, and then before that, it was Sonic.
Sonic.
But yeah, we want to talk.
Yeah.
We want to talk.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about the dumb Switch bait and fake out.
Yeah.
You would have lost, IDK. By the way, there's no pro or new.
Yeah, it's not pro or new. It's garbage.
Yes.
OLED, my ass. My ass. Nintendo.
All right, guys. Well, once again, to our viewers, thanks for tuning in, and I guess we'll catch you next time. So bye-bye.
Bye.